The shocking thing about the Epstein files is that there's so much more to question. And we're now even questioning some of our previous theories, even though we already knew there were cover-ups going on. So let's take the death of Jeffrey Epstein himself. Now, I don't think for a single second, and never have, that Jeffrey Epstein actually killed himself. And none of it ever added up. But actually now there is a growing school of thought that Jeffrey Epstein might still be alive. And it is major figures who are starting to take on this argument based on documentation provided in the Epstein files. Tommy Robinson posted, just a reminder, Jeffrey Epstein absolutely definitely did not kill himself. But Katie Hopkins went one step further, posting, do I believe Epstein is dead? Absolutely not. In fact, I think it's kind of mad to even be asking the question. Lady Victoria Harvey said the same thing on an interview on LBC. We are on a mission to 700,000 subscribers. So I need you to do something for me right now. It is free. It is easy. It is simple. Just hit that subscribe button on YouTube. That's because over 50% of you watching this video haven't done that yet. And it is the best way to support Outspoken. We're totally independent, by the way. No big tech backing, no billionaires pulling the strings. And if you turn on the bell, you'll get alerted to all our new videos.
I don't even think Jeffrey Epstein's dead anymore, to be honest.
You don't think Jeffrey Epstein's dead?
No, I don't. I think he might be alive.
What would lead you to that conclusion?
I'd seen one of those emails, one of the ones that ended up in the files, and I think that prison guard needs to be interviewed. The one that he said he saw the bodies being switched out.
So your honest belief is that Jeffrey Epstein is alive somewhere?
I said it's not my honest belief, but I think it's a possibility.
Where might he be?
Israel, everyone is.
And I mean, of course it is a possibility, because look at what is included within the Epstein files. From End Wokeness, at 10:39 p.m. on the night Epstein was found dead, someone was seen going into Epstein's jail tier. No mention of this in the 2019 report. Or what about this? The fact that there was a statement announcing Jeffrey Epstein's death, which emerged from the files, but it's dated a day before he apparently killed himself in his cell. Now, I know a lot of the pictures we are being shown have been debunked, but this is just one of them from Senior Peters, who wrote, Israel faked his death, Epstein is still alive and walking the streets of Tel Aviv. So to Lauren, the insider, the independent journalist who is looking closely into the Epstein files, I mean, Lauren, I've never thought that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself for a single second. But given the fact that there are such serious discrepancies about what actually happened in that prison on the night of his death, and at 10:39 p.m., it seems very clear that someone was seen going in to Epstein's jail tier, yet there was no mention of it in the official report. Can we really rule out anymore the possibility that Epstein was removed alive and could still be walking the face of this earth? Can we rule that out? But first, a lot of people watching or listening to this will know exactly what I mean. Trying to quit vaping or smoking isn't just about nicotine, it's about the routine. The hand-to-mouth motion, that oral fixation, that little pause you've trained into your day. I've seen this up close recently, actually, because my fiance has been working to quit vaping, and the hardest part hasn't been willpower. It's those automatic moments where your hands reach for something without you even thinking. That's why Fume is so smart. It's a flavored air device designed to help people quit vaping and smoking by breaking that hand-to-mouth pattern. No nicotine, no batteries, no vapor, just a weighted, twisty, fidget-friendly tool you use when the urge hits. You can interrupt that old loop and reach for something better. And it's not even always a big urge. Sometimes it's just a fidget moment, on a call, stress, heading out the door. Fume gives you that pause without going back to nicotine. Flavors are lighter, like flavored water compared to a soda. Crisp mint is the strongest, especially if you're coming off heavier use, and raspberry is tangy and a bit sweeter. Fume has already helped over 700,000 people take steps towards better habits. When you grab a journey pack, you'll also get a free gift just for using my code, which is Outspoken. So remember that, Outspoken. Head to tryfume.com. That's try, TRYFUM.com. And remember to use the code Outspoken to claim your free gift today. But now, back to the show.
So I genuinely think at this point we can rule nothing out, because I've spent over a week going through the files until kind of like 2, 3 a.m. every day. Everything we have been told, we have been lied to in the most appalling way. Now, these, satanic individuals have abused women and children in a way that is so nightmarish. It's actually hard to comprehend. And the cover-up regarding Epstein and everything that's gone on, the fact that so many vile individuals have been protected and not ever held to account for their abhorrent actions. We have to go back and we have to look at the facts, and the facts remain the same. We have been lied to. We have been taken as fools. Pam Bondi tried to release old flight logs for us initially, and then the video, when it was released, was missing parts. Then we were told there was, nothing to suggest trafficking had taken place. Everything we have to discard. If anything we have been given by an official source, forget it. We've got to go back to basics. So that means we have to go through this forensically. Now, Jeffrey Epstein, I genuinely think we have to consider the fact he may still be alive, because he was not working solo and he had a lot of protection. The entire story was ridiculous. I'm deeply offended. They thought we'd fall for it. The guards fell asleep. Oh, the camera wasn't working. He hung himself with a sheet. I mean, please. So we have to look at everything. Now, there are lots of pictures circulating that are not true. The only things I talk about are things that I have personally researched and taken from the files.
Katie Hopkins' intervention, very interesting, Lauren. I mean, she says that it's even mad to be asking the question if Epstein is dead.
Yeah, I mean, she raises a really good point. Katie's an incredibly smart woman and she's ahead of her time always. So she raises a really good point. Jeffrey Epstein is someone that many, many people fear, will speak out. I imagine there is a strong possibility he is being housed in Israel and is being given, protection. It's just not possible, I don't think, that he was killed in that cell. There's too many weird pieces of evidence. The fact that none of the footage lines up, none of the timelines, if we look at what's in the documents to what's been released, everything doesn't match. It's a jigsaw with none of the pieces fitting in. And if we were told the truth about he is dead, then these pieces of evidence, times, dates, they would fit effortlessly, but they don't.
Dan Wootton Outspoken is your no spin, no bias, no censorship outlet for independent news. We have no big tech backing or billionaires pulling my strings, but that does mean I need your support. So please hit subscribe on YouTube, turn on the notification bell, and subscribe to Dan Wootton Outspoken on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. It's totally free, but allows me to continue my promise to always keep fighting for you.